Hi, I'm Alyssa Clausell. This week on News to Celebrate, we're sharing the stories that bring people together across Western New York. We'll take you inside a holiday tradition as volunteers work to make sure local families have a warm meal this season. We'll also share a powerful holiday moment as a kidney transplant patient meets the donor who changed his life. And we'll take a look at a toy drive hosted by Bills cornerback Christian Benford with a little help from the elves at KED. From acts of kindness to life-changing connections, it's a holiday celebration that you won't want to miss.
Alive today at St. Luke's Mission of Mercy. This afternoon, the community came together to celebrate the birth of Jesus and their mission to help neighbors in need. Volunteers also took a moment to share a meal together, celebrating the season and the work they do year-round.
We had the birthday party for Jesus from the very beginning. This is our 28th one. And it's just brings everyone together, the rich, the poor, the kids in school, the college kids, they all come for the same purpose of being charitable and bringing God's love and peace to everyone.
The party was started nearly 3 decades ago by Amy Betros, the co-founder of St. Luke's, who passed away earlier this year.
Heartwarming story now. A Batavia man who's been waiting for a kidney has finally gotten one. And today he met someone very special for the first time. It's a story only on Two on Your Side that Alexandra Rios Malvia has been following now for 2 years. And she's joining us now in the studio. And Alex, this is really special, I imagine.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Courtney. Jim Ertl this has been a long journey to get to a new kidney, and after years of waiting and preparing his body, the moment he's been hoping for is finally here. And in just a few minutes, you will see him meet the woman who made it all possible, his donor, face to face for the very first time. 2 years ago, in a quiet barn in Batavia, we met Jim Ertl, where he cared for horses while his own body was failing him.
You really don't know until you're at more end as far as but the first time it happened to me, I had no idea I had kidney failure. You know, it's just the end stage is when you really find out.
Jim had already endured one transplant from a deceased owner. And when it began to fail, he was determined not to return to dialysis. He did everything he could, losing weight, exercising, and preparing his body.
I was holding on, not having to go back to dialysis, but getting closer. And, you know, every time you go for your blood work testing and everything, you're like worried, like, oh my God, is this going to be where it goes?
From the very beginning, Kidneys for Community stood right beside him, helping share his story through billboards like this one and search for a living donor.
Unlike many other diseases, kidney disease, if once you get to stage 5, you need a kidney transplant. So only a human stepping up for you is the solution.
The nonprofit worked with Jim on campaigns, and the response poured in.
Suddenly we started getting people from all around the country who didn't even remember his name. And they would say, oh, we want to donate to the horseman from Batavia. So it just, like it started overwhelming us.
One of those calls came from Sharon West, who saw our TV interview 2 years ago. And today, they are meeting for the very first time the woman who donated her kidney so he could live.
I've been on the organ donor list since I was old enough to drive. So, you know, it used to be penciled in on the back of your driver's license that, yeah, you were an organ donor. My husband in 2022 had a liver transplant. I guess in my head, maybe I was just paying it forward a little bit.
She didn't hesitate.
He wasn't getting any better without it.
That's for sure, right?
You know, I mean, his life didn't stop, and you know, I didn't change how I felt about organ donation.
There's no real words, it's thank you, but I'm gonna, you know, do all I can do to keep advocating and try and help as many other people as I can.
Today, both donor and recipient are healthy, a living proof that one decision can change 2 lives.
You can be a living kidney donor and live a normal life. And in a recipient, you can see in your life that you saved a person. That's the biggest gift one can ever give.
More than 90,000 people in the U.S. right now are waiting for a kidney transplant. Both Jim and Sharon say many are willing to help, they just don't know how. Kidneys for Communities say they walk donors through the entire process and even covers out-of-pocket costs like travel, lodging, and childcare. So if you want to find more information, you can find it with this story on our website at WGRZ.com. On your side in the studio, I'm Alexandra Rios-Walvia, Channel 2 News.
A beautiful story. Thank you, Alex.
We are celebrating the holiday season in Western New York, and one thing we know is the people from Buffalo show up, whether for December Bills games or being there for our neighbors. 2 on your side's Chelsea Swift introduces us to the people who showed up and made sure thousands had a holiday meal.
For more than 20 years, the city mission has teamed up with community members who take time out of their Christmas morning to deliver hot meals to people experiencing homelessness and poverty.
I have nothing else to do today, and I figured I'd get out and do something for the community. So here I am. I just enjoy doing it.
We really enjoy coming here and giving, and every year we try to give a little bit more because we have a little bit more, and I think that should be the mission for all of us.
This year, more than 100 volunteers gathered at the city mission on East Tupper Street to load their cars with hot meals. They delivered 4,000 meals to more than 900 homes across Western New York. Volunteer David Cook explains what brings him back to the Hambone Express each Christmas.
15 years ago, we lost our son, Trevor, who was a U.S. Marine Corps crew chief serving his country. And we thought that Christmas was going to be pretty sad for our family. So my daughter and wife and I signed up to come here and start serving meals and do something positive on Christmas morning.
Cook says each year they recruit more family members.
My little nephew Joseph is here, 10-year-old, teaching them the art of giving and community service, and it's been very helpful for us, and we keep coming back because we enjoy it.
It's all about giving, and a meal is like a really important part of the celebration. And with food insecurity and the cost of groceries, there's a lot of people who may miss out on a meal.
Coloring book is bringing some cheer to patients at Oshai Children's Hospital. Local artist Caitlin Crum designed the Buffalo-themed book specifically for kids and families at the hospital.
I have some of what I call my trendy buffaloes in the lobby behind us and also up on the 10th floor. And Scott and I were out to dinner, and coloring books have kind of become all the rage, I'd say. And he immediately jumped in and said he would be willing to sponsor this and do a little something for the holiday season for the children in the hospital.
Crum has been painting her trendy buffaloes for Oshai for nearly a decade.
Towards the end of the school day, kids at Hamlin Park Academy went to the cafeteria for a big surprise thanks to the elves at KED and Bills cornerback Christian Benford.
It's something that's bigger than playing football on Sundays, honestly. Just giving back and showing love, making the kids smile.
For Bills cornerback Christian Benford, helping Santa make Christmas wishes come true for 50 Buffalo children was an easy choice.
Making plays on the field it's a great feeling, but stuff like this has a greater feeling, and it lasts longer, and it feels more genuine and pure.
Benford's 47 Hearts Foundation made this happen today, along with kids escaping drugs. Katie's elves helped Santa gather wish lists from the kids and did all the wrapping.
We're kids escaping drugs. Our job is to take care of kids, no matter how young, no matter how old. So to be able to partner with Christian, to be able to partner with 47 Hearts, his foundation, just means everything for us.
As the children gathered in the cafeteria for cookies and coloring, Benford surprised them and called them up one at a time to receive their gifts.
Today was a great day.
Were you surprised?
Yeah. I didn't know what was happening. I saw a bunch of gifts and people in here.
This is something Benford says he plans on doing again, especially after seeing all these smiles today.
Everybody deserves gifts because God gave us the gift of his son on Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying? To save us from our sins and to forgive us for all we have done. So that everybody deserves that.
And there were some kids who are out sick today, but Santa is making sure they get their gifts in time for Christmas. On your side, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.
Back now on Most Buffalo, there's a fun way to keep students busy during winter break. This Friday kicks off Yuletide Days at the Aquarium of Niagara, featuring 3 days of post-holiday fun with your favorite aquatic animals. You can also ring in the new year early with the aquarium's New Year's Eve celebration. Joining us in studio right now is the Aquarium of Niagara's president and CEO, Chad Pfeiffer. Chad, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You brought an experiment.
Yeah. So we like to have a little bit of fun at the aquarium. This is a great analog for the adaptations that our animals have. We do this with our campers. We'll be doing this during Yuletide Day, so we're gonna have a competition.
Okay.
I am gonna put my bare hand into the ice
It's not
water.
gonna be a fair competition.
And your fancy glove is to mimic the layer of blubber that our seals and sea lions have to protect them from the cold. And we're gonna see who can do this for a little bit longer.
This is very thick and it feels insulated. Should I not be saying that, or?
Well, I mean, we'll see how it works. Let's go for it.
Okay. So what is this demonstrating?
Well, so right,
This
so
is
they,
not fair at all.
they have to survive in this cold for as long as it lasts, and even during the summer, the water can be pretty cold, right? And this is already getting to me pretty quickly here. And are you feeling anything in there?
I am.
You can feel a little bit. That's
a little
good,
bit.
right?
Should
So,
I be
okay,
or
yeah,
not?
I definitely have to pull out of there now.
No,
so,
I am feeling more than I thought I would.
Yeah, so that layer of blubber definitely helps them to be able to manage expectations and to be able to survive and hunt in that water. So we want to be able to mimic that in as easy of a way as we can. And for campers, this is the perfect way to do it without it feeling too aggressive, too cold, too scary.
Yeah. And the seals do this?
Yeah, this is built
that live
into
there.
them. You know, during a typical winter, they're out in Rescue Harbor all winter long, and this is how they last in that cold weather in a regular Western New York winter.
It is wild to think about that they literally wild, right?
They're
But that's how they live
yeah.
in the wild too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, amazing. So tell us about all the animals that people can see at Yuletide days.
Yeah, so a little bit of everything. So I would say if you're looking for a last-minute Christmas gift, we are running a 20% off member promo. So give the gift of the aquarium for a year. And they can take advantage of it right away and come see us during Yuletide days, the 26th through the 28th. We'll have holiday-themed fun. We'll have activities like this around the aquarium. Lots to do, always lots to do. And then New Year's Eve. So as you look for something to do with your kids, I have 2 small kids myself. We celebrate the new year with the Ice Queen, and our sea lions will do a show and hit the ball drop right at noon. Aww. Just a lot of fun that we try to have during the day to get people out during winter break.
And what age is the aquarium good for?
Oh, we're good for all ages. We definitely do our best with the littlest kids, and mine are 5 and 6, and we're a really approachable aquarium for little kids, but with the 2 buildings and the experiences that we have, we're perfect for all ages.
And this time of year, what is the atmosphere like? I'm sure you have people visiting from all over.
Yeah, you know, we ebb and flow with the tourism season. This is a perfect time to come and see us. During the summer, it can be overwhelming. We're a little too busy at times, but this time of year, even when we're running an event like this, it's the perfect time to come and see us because it's a little bit quieter. So space out your day and plan to come and spend a couple of hours with us.
So Yuletide Days starts Friday, so the day after Christmas.
Day after
Saturday,
Christmas.
Sunday, what are the hours?
Yeah, so we're open 9 to 5 all 3 days, so get there whenever you want. We tend to be busiest right in the middle of the day, so skew early or late if you want to avoid those crowds, but we'll have the aquarium open all day, all 3 days.
And then what days are you open next week?
Yeah, so we're open. We close just Christmas Day and just New Year's Day. Every other day we're open. Come and see us.
And for the New Year's Eve, should people get their tickets in advance, or do you need anything special for that?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. You can always get your tickets in advance through our website, but we can hold a pretty good crowd for it. I would say get there early if you're hoping to have a good seat for the ball drop and for the celebration at noon, because those spaces go quickly.
Great. And aquarium, what's your website?
aquariumofniagara.org.
Wonderful. Anything you can tease going into the new year that you want people to know about?
Oh, so Rescue Harbor has been under construction. That's our outdoor seal exhibit. So we're looking, as long as the weather stays on our side, to open that as early as possible into the spring. And maybe we'll be thinking about bringing some more harbor seals into the aquarium.
Oh, that would be exciting to expand the family.
A little bit.
Very nice. Chad Pfeiffer is the president and CEO of the Aquarium of Niagara. Thanks for being here. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
If you plan on traveling this holiday week, you might just get a little extra comfort along the way. That's because the SPCA serving Erie County's Pause for Love program is spreading joy across Erie County. They are the ones who bring the friendly dogs, cats, and sometimes unexpected animal ambassadors to places where people need it most during what can be a stressful time of year. So without further ado, here to tell us more from the SPCA are Bethany Clark and Harold. Harold, he wanted to get in there.
I know, what a
He's
little
like, everyone needs to see my beautiful face.
That's a little ridiculous, Harold.
He is such a good boy. Bethany, tell us about Harold, first of all.
Well, basically,
he's your personal pet.
Yep, and I would qualify him as the best dog ever.
Of course he is.
He is a 1.5 years old. I got him from my friend Melanie, and right from the start, I knew that he was going to be a Paws for Love dog because he just has that personality of happy, glad to meet everyone, and calm. Like right now, he doesn't care what's happening. I can take him anywhere, and he's like, whatever.
Yeah, he's very calm. He's a very good boy. And this program, we saw a video from the airport. That's a really popular place to see the dogs this time of year. But people may see the dogs and just not know much about it. So tell us all about Paws for Love.
Well, basically, it's really friendly dogs and their handlers who are very friendly. So everybody on the team should be friendly.
Yep. That's the main qualification.
Yeah, it is the main qualification. And you can go right on up and meet them, especially at the airport. We know that right now stress levels can be up to here.
Yeah.
And if you are at the airport and you just need to calm down, maybe having this dog in your face, like right now.
Yes.
And we've seen people cry because they're traveling for something sad. And the dogs just de-stress everyone. It's such a great program there. They're also everywhere within our community. They're in hospitals, schools. Harold and I go to Sacred Heart Home in Clarence. Anywhere you see a dog that's wearing this little bandana that says, please pet me, please take advantage of it and get to know a Paws for Love dog.
Where are some places the dogs go that people may not be aware?
Well, they're in Erie County courts right now. So when there are hard cases, the judge may ask, hey, we need something to help the people who are testifying. They're there. They're also in funeral homes. So a lot of tough funerals. We've been asked to go there and just walk up and down the line and greet people. And animals just have that amazing way of bringing you down and centering you kind of. So it's amazing what they do.
It really is. Yeah. What kind of training do they need, or do they need any at all to get signed up?
Well, Harold and I, for example, we took a course that got us ready. So we took the Canine Good Citizen course, so he had to walk by wheelchairs, have something loud drop right in front of him and not have him get worried about it. So I would definitely recommend looking into Canine Good Citizen, but there's also courses out there that just say for therapy dogs. And that really helped because that's what they test for Paws for Love certification.
And if people have a dog like the one that you're, like the ones that you're describing, or we should say other animals too, the cats as well. What other animals?
We have bunnies.
A bird.
Yeah, Mr. Bird is his name.
Mr. Bird. Yeah. What kind of bird is he?
He's a cockatiel, I think, the big white ones. I'm not good with birds.
He sounds very friendly though.
He is friendly, yep. So if you're interested, definitely check out yourspca.org/paws for love.
You're looking for always looking for new ambassadors at this time of year or
and
into
also,
the new year.
And
what's the commitment like?
Whatever you want it to be. So Harold and I have every week for an hour. It's not bad at all. So easy stuff. But if you want to do something every week for a couple hours, there's things that are every week. There's also pop-up events that you never know. So definitely check it out.
And if people would like the Paws for Love animals to come to their event or location, how can they get in touch about that?
Also go to yourspca.org/paws for love.
All right, and I'm sure there's some animals there that you can look for too that are looking for homes in time for the holidays.
Definitely. Yeah. So check out our adoptable animals page for that.
All right, Harold, anything else before we go here?
I think he's just happy to be
He's been so sweet. Come back anytime, Harold. We appreciate it so much. And Bethany, thank you. And happy holidays to you and everyone, all the animals. We always say hug all the animals for us at the SPCA. Okay.
Thank you.
For this holiday season, Western New Yorkers are bringing the heat and trying to break a Guinness World Record. The Reveless Family Foundation hosted this not-so-silent night in hopes of setting a new record for the largest chicken wing eating contest. Nearly 500 people enjoying those wings from local restaurants. But this event is so much more than that. It raises awareness, supports teens, and hopes to break the stigma around mental health.
The key message is you're not alone. There are so many resources out there, and all the funds and proceeds from this event are supporting Horizon Health's Teen Mental Health Program. It's in 40 schools across Buffalo, and so us breaking the record is going to bring the spotlight to Buffalo, but it's also going to put the spotlight on mental health and so many people struggling.
According to the Guinness World Record book, the largest chicken wing contest, that record was set back in 2018 by Amazon Web Services with 397 people. Now tonight, we're told they broke the record right here in Buffalo over at the Buffalo Convention Center with more than 500 people participating. Really, really unique. Look at them. And then, you know, such a creative and good way to raise awareness for mental health too. Tonight, the Water Buffalo Club wrapping up their Gear for Good campaign. The goal, simple here, to collect gently used or new Bills merch to support local fans and families in need. Organizers say it's a way to bring people together through a love of sports and instill a sense of belonging.
We put a bin at the Big Tree Inn. Our friends Duff and the crew out at the Big Tree Inn had a big barrel of clothes after like a week. Picked that up, brought it to Colvin Cleaners, kept the bin there. Another week later, the bin was full again. Brought that to Colvin Cleaners, got out to Colvin Cleaners, their bin was full. So this sampling that we have here today is just a small sample of what we're donating.
And the Bills gear will be donated to several local organizations like you just heard, including Family Promise of Western New York and Plymouth Crossroads.
I have A positive blood and it's not as needed, but the platelets can be used by anybody.
For people like Lila Carroll, giving blood is in their blood.
I grew up with a father who's donated, I don't even know, 25 gallons, maybe more. He donated every 2 months like clockwork my whole life.
It's just something they do.
I've been donating for the past 10 years. So this is not nothing new. I normally give platelets.
I conveniently had PTO that I had to use up for the end of the year, and I saw this advertised, and I thought it would be a fun experience to come to the Sabres place to donate. So I'm here for games usually, but not to help others.
Jenna Willard gives blood or platelets whenever she can.
I just think any way that you can help anyone in need is great.
Connect Life says blood supply dips during the holidays when regular donors are out of town, but this kind of large-scale blood drive helps draw in new ones.
They're not thinking about donating blood, but the need always exists. Our hospitals always need blood. There are always patients who need blood. So it's our responsibility to keep our shelves stocked at all times. So we need great partners like the Sabres and big blood drives like this to make sure we can do that.
It also doesn't hurt that donors got an exclusive t-shirt and 2 free Sabres tickets today at a time when the team's on a hot streak.
I'm glad they're doing well, but I still support them if they were losing. I was at the OLR, so I've been a Sabres fan, plus I played hockey.
I was scheduled yesterday in Tonawanda, but I switched it over to here so that my 11-year-old could hang out at the arena because she's a Sabres junkie. So we'll be going to a game together.
Today, the Erie County SPCA is celebrating the release of a bald eagle that had been in treatment for more than a month. In late October, we're told the eagle was found with dangerous levels of lead in her system, leaving her struggling to survive. With careful treatment, vets were able to remove some of those toxins. She regained her strength at a Wildlife Care and Education Center in Erie County. Earlier this month, the SPCA says the bald eagle soared back into the skies. We're told she was found in Niagara County, healthy, strong, and free.
Make it 7 years in a row. Thanks to a loss on Monday Night Football by the Colts yesterday, the Bills are heading back to the postseason for the 7th straight year. The Colts loss actually opened up an avalanche in the AFC as the Jacksonville Jaguars and the LA Chargers also clinched their spots. And now it is just a question of where the Bills will finish and which team they'll be facing. And unless they can make up a game on New England, which will not be easy, the Bills will be on the road to open the playoffs.
That's all for this edition of News to Celebrate, shining a spotlight on the moments that make Western New York special. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.